Quick update on XTOC this week. So this is my technical operations center software that I created. Some of you have seen this many times, but I keep adding more and more and more to this. This week we added a timeline. So one of the things that's kind of important when you're running a disaster scene or whatever is to know what has changed over time. So you can scrub back in time with this, and you'll be able to see when the markers popped up and see when things happened. Just handy to get a grasp on what's going on in your AO. Also added the ability to do external GPS as well. So if your device doesn't have a GPS, you can just use the external. And that goes for both XTOC and XCOM. So pretty cool. Happy with that. You can see some things scrolling across at the top here. This is XIntel. This video is coming soon. This is my intelligence platform that allows you to listen to audio feeds and transcribe them, and they come right in automatically right into XTalk. So you can see here's the events, and we have an active Intel hit. This came in right over XIntel, and you can even play the audio and see what was said. And yeah, pretty cool. Okay, big one. So ADSB, you can plot your aircraft in your AO. Well, I changed the helper for this. So you can now, there's two helpers. One just plots the ADSB on the map as usual, where you can see the aircraft on the map. But the other one just automatically sends all the aircraft out as cursor on target to ATAC. So your entire network of ATAC devices will automatically get the aircraft to. We're running it anyway here at the talk. Why not send it out? So I shamelessly stole that idea from Open Mainnet, and I think it's a great idea, so I implemented it. Radios, I've showed this in XCOM video, but I've implemented the full radio set here in XTalk, so you can listen to, use your software-defined radio, either HackRF or an R820 or whatever, SDR dongle. And then these are fully functional radios, so you can set up memories. The memories are with your data. So when you do an export of data through the options menus, you can, all of your data is exported for radio presets and cool stuff like that. So handy dandy, why not? And this just allows you to quickly tune into something, or well, in this case, just listen to FM radio tunes. But if you want to spin up a quick HF and quickly listen to something, like get a JS8 call or whatever, and just without firing up the hardware, like a real radio, well, this will do it. Or quickly hear what's going on a 2-meter or local PD, whatever, if you can receive it in your area. They're all programmed in here, so the different bands, so marine, ham, and of course it works for all modes, so AM, FM, single sideband, yeah, all works. So I added nets as well. So nets are often used as the ability to get together over radio and sort things out and have check-ins. And so this was a request in to have Amron style stuff integrated. So I just did a full active net, and you can log check-ins, you can save your nets, you can have the activity, or these nets actually also, um, among all of this, like fully functional, but also if you go into triggers, you can import your nets right into the triggers, and boom, here they go. And you now have all your nets right in as triggers. So these will show up across the bottom of the screen here on the TAC map, and just down here at the bottom where it's scrolling. When you're in your net check-in window, well, it'll come in there, but also you can do further things and set up triggers and do more things, custom pop-ups on the screen, or you can add your own plugins and then get really crazy and send yourself mails or make an output happen. Like you can have a microcontroller trigger an output, whatever you want. It's all here. You just need to configure it, and on that, the help file will help you do this. So uh, I highly advise anyone open the guides. These are over 270 pages long now, with just about everything you can imagine in here. And every new function I add, I make sure it has a good section in here and how to implement it in the real world. So that's including both a technical version and a disaster facing version. So for search and rescue or natural disasters like hurricanes and whatever. And the last thing, you might have seen it as we skimmed over it, are skins. So you can create your own skins, or you can import well, that'd be if you create your own. Otherwise, there's these ones here. So I kind of like this Ember Watch, and then my favorite is T-Rex Teal. Yeah, this is I love this skin. It changes everything. It gives everything a really cool tactical look. So pretty happy. And then here's all of our different markers as usual on the map that have come in over, you name it, all the different transport modes, which there are many now. The Vipergram I added not that long ago, and then now we have full JS8 call integration. We have APRS, and we have the direct links to the different FLDIGI and stuff, so we can just send things in and out over everything. So pretty cool. And yeah, here's all our different packet formats that we can send to share information across an AO. So yeah, coming along pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Cheers, guys.